Hey guys, this is Daniel Johnston from DanielChessmanJohnston.com, which is located at DanielChessmanJohnston.readersandwritersparadise.com. And I'll put the link to that on the screen. And today, in this video will be very introductory for many of you. Today, I would like to talk about Scholar's Mate, which is also known as the 4-move mate, and why you should not aim for that checkmate, and also other things related to that. So Scholar's Mate is when you bring your queen, you bring your queen to either h5 or f3, and you're seeing that on the screen. And you bring your bishop to c4 and then try to checkmate on f7. So why do I not recommend that? I know many beginners aim for that and actually win with that because their opponents are not good enough to know Scholar's Mate, checkmate. Those things are not good because, well, you may win the game, yes, but wouldn't it be better to play well and win the game? Play well and win the game so that you can face stronger players and beat them. Now, you may want to win in the short term, but if your opponent doesn't know Scholar's Mate and you do, you're obviously much better than your opponent, so you can easily checkmate them. You don't have to do crazy things, bringing your queen out like that. To checkmate them, if they're really that bad, then they'll quickly get in trouble against you, and you will crush them. And you will be playing a lot better, and you will actually win more games. Because the problem is, a lot of players know Scholar's Mate and would never, ever fall for it. So if you happen to run into a player who's good enough to not fall for Scholar's Mate, then you might be in trouble because you brought your queen out. So, in my opinion, it's just a lot better to play well and crush your opponent by developing your pieces, attacking, and basic principles that I talk about otherwhere on the site, rather than exploiting your opponent's stupidness, because you could win anyways if they're just a lot better, if you're a lot better than them anyways. And again, if your opponent does happen to know Scholar's Mate, you'll be in trouble because bringing your queen out early is not a good strategy, because the queen is the strongest, it's the strongest piece. So you have to, then they can just bring out their knight, for example, and then start attacking your queen. Your queen has to move all around, and then suddenly their pieces are all over the board. Your king's in the center, and they've got a raging attack. So bringing your queen out early is just bad, because if your opponent knows what they're doing, they can easily exploit it and attack it and just overwhelm you. So please do not bring your queen out early. Do not try Scholar's Mate. If they're that bad, you can beat them. You don't have to beat them with tactics that you wouldn't use against a stronger player. You can easily beat them, and they might be stronger. Anyways, you might not know what their rating is, or even if they have a rating, or you might just be playing a casual game. You have no good idea how good they are. Ratings aren't everything. They don't really dictate how well you do. They're just an estimate. So your opponent might be unrated but still know what they're doing. It might just be their first tournament, or even if they're lower. A lot of people who have low ratings, still pretty much know what they're doing. So don't assume that your opponent is going to play bad moves, because most people don't. So play well, don't bring your queen out early, and you'll be on the right track. See you later. Bye.